Oh, hey, folks, how you doing? Good day to you. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the channel and give that warning every single day that my channel will be moving to Paul Pachula. Paul, second name Pachula, Pachula at YouTube. We'll be going. So it's just a matter when my phone doesn't work, my tablet doesn't work anymore, because I have no more phone. They transferred it, and I don't know why this tablet is still working. Anyways, good day to you. Let's go ahead and let's run the markets and find out what's shaking, what's moving in the world today that you should be brought up to speed on. And I'm using my company phone here. Well, I guess I can use my phone. I got this really cool phone, and I carry it now because I'm not responsible enough to be able to take care of a phone under normal means. So, even with a cover, I leave it up on my roof and stuff like that, and I can't do that anymore. So I've got to keep it here, and I'm going to have to put it in that bigger pocket. Well, I'm going to have to use the other phone. The other phone is unremarkable. Looks just like my other one. And it is similar. It's something or another. So let's go ahead and get on this. And I don't know how good the signal is on this. It's a different company. But let's go ahead and we'll run the markets. And we'll find out. Let's take a look at oil. Oil's $3.75 here. That's gas, regular. Lowest I've seen it thus far. Syndicate from Texas is saying that he's paying, I think he said $2.80 a gallon, something like that, $2.80, $2.85 a gallon. All right, it's up 2% to $96.45. All right, that's a little over 2%. All right, let's check out the Dow. The Dow is down 41 points. It's pretty flat. That's almost, it's nothing. It's unchanged, 49,200. Let's check out so it's unmoved. And now we'll have the NASDAQ. NASDAQ is up. It's up 20 points, so there's almost no movement. So we'll continue on here. And we should check out Bitcoin. Bitcoin is down 1,800 to $76,875. So commodities may be down except for oil. And we will check JM Bullion, and then we will move forward. Okay, silver is up 26 cents to $76.35. Gold is down $22 at $46.94. Stand by, please, for a minute. Oh, by the way, it's Monday today, and it's busy here, but we should be able to sneak in the news in between the raindrops. And let's continue on. I think that's all the markets. Let's go ahead and get into Drudge, and we'll bring you up to date on what is going on. Well, this service is very quick, even quicker than that other metro. Evidently, there was some sort of an attempt on the president's life a couple of days ago at the White House or something. So looks like it was a learned person of color. And I just saw a picture of him today with his, he's donned his, not the Don, but the guy who tried to off our president, had like a gown on, graduation cap, and all that. So evidently, I'm only saying this in general. He may not have been a Dumbo. We'll see. Not that there's anything smart about trying to mess with the president. That's not going to get you any style points. Melania says, fire Jimmy Kimmel. False flag conspiracy theories swirl around White House correspondents' dinner attack. Emotionless shooter appears in court, and he just appears like a smartass, is what it looks like to me. He probably carries a high IQ, but you can't make everything out of that. You had plenty of people with high IQs, almost genius IQs, and they were following along with the COVID-19 scam. And they were following right along. It never occurred to them that it wasn't real because it was so overwhelming. And they were telling you every 2 or 3 minutes, literally, whether or not you were on the radio, whether you were listening to the radio, cable, regular TV, disc jockeys, newscasters, teachers, dentists, it didn't matter. They were all telling you that you were going to die very likely. That's what they were more or less pointing at. It may have been not quite accurate in that depiction that I'm making, but it's in the general ballpark, all right? So don't think that because somebody has a high IQ, they can think. That's why I call myself God, because I can think. Even when everything around me appears to be correct and forcefully correct, I have the ability to be able to judge things. You don't. That's why you come to this channel. Once you're subscribed here, you got me. Then you can learn. You understand? So that the next time these jokers come over, see, that's the thing about me. It's such a beautiful thing to watch me. Truly. It's a thing of beauty because you can imagine what I would do. By the way, this wasn't just limited to the COVID-19. What was it in, I think it was in Vermont, if I'm not mistaken. It was either Vermont or northern Massachusetts or southern New Hampshire, but they had the supposed, this is what they were saying, and I know it was real, I saw this. They had Nile River mosquitoes or Red Nile or whatever the hell it was. And the mosquitoes, it was so dangerous, they had to stop all of the people from going out at night, including baseball games and this and that. And of course, you have to have a special permit to go out. You may be taking care of people who would have probably died had they gone out and got bitten by a mosquito. That's the kind of the way it was being presented. So, can you imagine some high Jewish person that was in charge of this, or a high Christian person or atheist coming up to me and saying, we're going to explain to you why you're not going to be able to go out at night unless you have special security clearance because of this Nile River, whatever it was, okay? And this is what makes me so incredibly beautiful. And just, and I was watching it, and I'm trying to remember who it was that I saw. But like John Denver, he's long passed away. But John Denver, you could look at the singer John Denver and you could tell exactly what he was about. He had that kind of aura to him. And something else happened, and maybe it was a singer, I forgot. But you could just take one look at him and you could get the whole thing. And can you imagine, please stand. Oh, good, okay. I might have another one here, so. Okay, good, they're not coming here. Can you imagine how beautiful it would be for them to come over, and if they had to get the approval from me personally, telling me about West Nile, this and all the other things that were so dangerous that we could simply not go out with special permission. Do you understand how beautiful this is right here? When you cross your knee over, and then if you have to think, then it'll help you think if you go into the ancient Greek position like this, and you can actually listen like this, or you can go more over. This helps you think. And can you imagine the beauty of watching me listen to the vile the caca that would come from their mouth, that would want to get us put in our homes and unable to come out because of some mosquito. Could you imagine? And I would be saying, I see. Okay? Think on that a little bit. All right, so we could die. All right, very good. What other proof do you have about this? Okay, it was in South Africa. They had a problem with this. Okay. And yes, these people died and this child died. No! You're not going to do it. You're not going to keep us inside our homes. Again, not if I have anything to say about it. That's the beauty. That's why you worship me as a God. Because when you come here to this channel, you worship me as a God. When you subscribe, it's the same thing as holding worship for me as a deity. Because I will never let that happen to you. If I have anything to say about it, or if I'm in charge of it, you will never, unless they can show me the goods. And they better show me the goods. All right, let's continue on here. Enough self-obliviation for one day. All right, so this smart-ass, whatever the hell he was, I didn't see the story. I heard it was a dance hall days or something. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. It says he's emotionless shooter. But what was he shooting, like a potato gun or something? It wasn't a real gun, was it? Oh, no, it was, because I heard one of the agents had a badge or their cell phone, and it hit the badge and it saved his life. That's what I had heard. Okay, the would-be assassin behind the White House Correspondents' Gala shooter has appeared in court after allegedly trying to gun down President Trump and his cabinet. Cole Thomas Allen, 31, stood before a federal magistrate judge on Monday as bombshell court papers in the case were set to be unsealed. And my guess is that this is probably somebody with a near genius IQ. That would be my guess. And you have to have a little something on the ball in order to be able to get to close proximity. So we can't just think that we can say that they're sick, they're certainly sick. And you know that he was all in favor of the armed sodomy poke. He was very, very fearful of the COVID-19 and very anxious to get your rights eliminated, putting you in your flat or your home like the castrated Brits up in England there, merry old England, were instructed to do, while the guy who told us how bad it was, Neil Ferguson, was out there doing the bump and grind at his house after sending for his girlfriend, which you could not do as a Brit. But that's because they've been sodomized. And they've learned to brag about being sodomized. What do you want me to tell you? Again, one of the most beautiful things about coming here and worshiping me at this channel at a deity is that you get the straight poop. Okay? You really do. The other people don't. No one gets the straight poop here. Believe me, not anywhere. Only here at this channel. All right, let me get back to the Drudge Report here. This phone is quick, I'll say that. The service is much better than Metro. Thus far. Okay, flashback. Gerald Ford faced 2 assassination attempts in a month. I don't remember that. All I remember about Gerald Ford was him falling all the time. And I mean these massive falls. They were bad. And he had a trick knee from the war, World War II. Hang on. Sorry, folks. And then it breaks up my train of thought. So, all right, let's continue on, okay? All right. Oh, Gerald Ford. He had a trick knee. Poor guy. And his wife, wasn't that I forgot her name, but Mrs. Ford, didn't they set up a treatment system for people? Geraldine Ford, whatever the hell her name was. For drinking. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, this kind of shit was happening a lot with Gerald Ford. He used to fall, and that wasn't the times when you could just kind of go in through a tunnel. That was when you had to go up 40 stairs in order to get to the plane, and those were nasty stairs. And I mean, he might have been a Boy Scout or whatever it was, but he was certainly not prepared when he fell. That's the motto of the Boy Scouts: be prepared. He should have used a cane because he took some of the most violent falls. I can remember a couple. I mean, this man went head over heels a couple of times. I mean, it was really awful. I mean, his wife must have suffered so much. What was it? Rosalind Carter? I forgot what it was. I forgot what the center was. All right. Okay, he's charged with attempted assassination, carries a possible life sentence. Sometimes they get out. That one guy, Hinckley, who tried to shoot Reagan. In fact, he did shoot Reagan, didn't he? I think he shot Reagan. And Reagan had to go to the hospital immediately. And Reagan was an amazing talent. I'll say that. And I think it was Hinckley that shot him. And he shot somebody else too. And another one of the entourage there. And they got Reagan in the stomach, President Reagan in the stomach. And he was stabilized, and I guess he was holding off the pain or whatever. And they wheel him into the hospital. And, they take his hand, and he takes the doctor's hand, and he says, are you Republicans? He was funny. That man was funny. He had a good sense of humor in the face of damn near being offed. Anyways, it says, questions raised over security. Reagan shooter Hinckley says D.C. Hilton is not secure. Evidently, he's right. I don't know if he's out or if he's on the lam or if he's still being detained. He had a handgun, I believe. I don't know what this shooter had, probably similar. Can King Charles help heal U.S.-British rupture? I don't know. Says it's his toughest mission of his reign. DeSantis, our governor here in Florida, releases new congressional map creating 4 more Republican seats in Florida. I don't know. Well, I'll wait for the movie. Now it's throwing more advertising at me. At least it's a good view, right? Let's continue on here. Rise of the high range, less expensive EV. Yeah, people, they weren't doing well. They weren't doing well because people are tired of the Sizzlers routine, which was those Hot Wheels called Sizzlers. They used to plug them in to charge them up, and then they'd run on the track for 2 or 3 minutes. Same thing. Pope Leo signals shift away from Catholic Church's focus on sex. I'm not going there. We'll wait for the movie. Okay, whoever this is, I don't know. It looks like a doof to me. I wouldn't mind having his girlfriend. She's to the left, and he's going to join her. Or no, she's to the right, and he's going to move to the right. Well, I'll move right all the way if you give me her. I will have no trouble with that at all. All right? California billionaire tax has signatures needed for ballot, backers claim. You're not going to get many people that are going to feel sorry for billionaires. World's most indebted man, how Ellison's wealth differs from others. China reverses major acquisition by Meta. Fed to hold interest rates as political drama overshadows policy debate. The men who want their foreskins back. 22 Buddhist monks arrested at airport after drug bust. Let's see, that must be in like India or something, right? Or in China. 22 monks arrested at airport after drug bust. 22 Sri Lankan monks returning from Thailand were arrested on Sunday at the main international airport with a record 242 pounds of powerful cannabis, officials said. All right, well, even those monks like to get jiggy with it a little bit. All right, we're going to be done here in a minute, folks. Republican senators losing confidence in Hegseth amid turmoil. Please stand by. Sorry, folks, for this delay. We're almost done. Germany's Merz, I guess that's their president or their leader, says Iran humiliating USA. I heard they hit a B-52 storage area. I don't know if that story was true. I just heard it this morning or late last night. It says, I would assume Iran clearly stronger. Sanctioned Russian super yacht mysteriously sails through Strait of Hormuz. Military spending surges in Europe, Asia, pushing the world to levels not seen. The $50 movie ticket has arrived. That's what it says. Stand by, folks. Okay, folks, we will close this out. Adidas shares rise after Super Shoe helps seal sub 2-hour marathon win. Why do we dream? Scientists claim visions function as complex simulation. In the first, endangered orangutan seen using canopy bridge to cross road. All right, well, a weird way to end it, but I wish it could have been more exciting. Take care, folks. I will see you tomorrow. And if my channel does not have any more activity on it, go to Paul Pachula. Paul space Pachula. Take care.